on a night mode. Fully like killed the vibe.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Today we are filming episode 2 of the Conversation series. I really hope you enjoyed the first episode. Do let me know if you did. And today's episode is with my best friend Sophie.
Hey.
And we're going to be talking about coming out, the LGBTQ plus community and how that affects mental health. So a few of the first points that we wanted to talk about were, well, we actually got a couple of questions, didn't we, on Instagram stories, because we both put that up on Instagram stories. So one of the first questions that I thought was actually really interesting was, what makes a good cis or straight ally? And for those of you that don't know, and correct me if I'm wrong, so a cis person is somebody who feels that they are their assigned birth gender.
Yeah, that's right.
So for example, I was born female and I feel that I am female. And obviously it's really important to support people who are part of the LGBTQ plus community, even if you aren't part of it.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what that question was about, like what makes a good ally who isn't part of the community. Thoughts?
I guess there is a lot that you can do. I think obviously the first one is like giving people in the community like visibility, and just accepting that, like, you know, these people exist, they're not like you, like, well, they are like you, but you know, everybody's different, and like you just have to support them, and if you see any sort of injustice, then obviously stand up for them. Give money to charities, like attend Pride, don't be a dick, like, am I allowed to say dick?
Yeah, you're allowed to say. There's a lot of swearing on my channel.
And I think visibility is like the main thing, like don't be whinging about Pride, like we still need Pride, like
100%.
Don't whinge about like obviously people get upset over like do you know when actors get hired to like play like trans people when they're not trans and stuff, like people get upset about that because that's like a legitimate thing. It's like you're taking that visibility away from somebody, and that's not fair. But then people are always questioning like, oh, like what's the issue with it? And it is an issue. Like I just think just do your research and like just think about it. Like
I think that's a really important thing, because obviously I think a big part of it is ignorance with a lot of this stuff. Is people don't educate themselves on it or have a pre-made opinion of what it's about or anything like that. And I think once you educate yourself on these topics, then you just become so much more open-minded, and like it's really not like, it's so funny because I want to say, oh, it's really not a big issue, but I don't mean it's not a big issue. It's obviously a big issue, but it doesn't need to be made an issue, if that makes sense. Like it should just, I just wish everyone would accept each other. And that part wasn't an issue. But I think you're right, visibility and just like standing up for people, and even if you're not a part of it,
pronouns is a big thing.
That's a really big
like
one.
It can be hard, like obviously like if you grew up cis, like we've learnt to call people he and she our entire lives, and you know, you might slip up every now and then, but as long as you're not doing anything maliciously, then, and you're trying your best to respect pronouns, because I can understand it can be difficult. Because
you've literally been brought up saying she, her is for girls, and he, his is for boys.
And then sometimes people think they is like plural, but it's not. And I think make a real conscious effort to like respect people's pronouns is like a big one. But it's not a big one, but it's just something.
It's a more common one though, I think.
It is very common now, and it's a little thing that you can do to make somebody else more comfortable. And that can really make a difference to someone else.
100%. And I always, the thing that I always do for myself to make myself realise things is, how would I feel if someone did that to me? So if someone just started saying, well, actually, Rachel, we think you're a boy, so we're going to call you he and his, I would be like, yeah, but I'm telling you I'm a girl, so please don't do that. Like, that would upset me. I feel fortunate that I don't have to go through that, but I think, well, if that would make me feel really upset, then why would we do that to somebody else? If they say that they're a they, or they say that they're a he or a she, then I'll happily call you whatever you want to be called, because really it's no harm done to me, is it? Like, you just have to think about it, and you get really used to it really quickly as well. It's
definitely.
Really not
absolutely
a problem. But yeah, things like that, I think just respecting people's wishes
definitely.
on a lot of stuff like that.
But then I think, like, in personal experience, obviously all my friends knew that my sexuality, and like knew that I went straight, but when I told them that I was coming out to my parents, which is something like recently, everyone threw me a coming out party. Which is like the sweetest thing ever.
And yeah, do you know what, it was just like such a nice way to celebrate it as well.
It was, and it was sort of, it felt right, because even though I was like always pretty vocal about my sexuality, like I never celebrated it, and like never really embraced my own like queerness until I told my mum and dad, which is so weird.
But I feel like that's the turning point. When you tell your mum and dad, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And it just got to a point where I was like, oh fuck it, like I have to tell them, I'm not like being myself, like, and I wasn't being myself for like a long time, which kind of sucks, but I feel like it was right. Like, I definitely felt ready, like, even though I did it by text.
And that's an interesting topic as well, because I feel like that, like, a lot of people may tell their friends before their family, and it's about talking about being like a good ally and stuff. If that person isn't ready yet to tell anybody else, then that's their business, and it's not like down to you. Like, I would have never have gone to your parents and been like, well, you actually, Sophie like has feelings for boys and girls or anything. Like, I wouldn't have said that because I knew you weren't there yet.
So definitely. It took me so long to tell them, and I did it by text.
Well, that goes on to our other question, because our other question was, how did it feel to come out?
Oh my god, it was literally terrifying. Like, I was gonna tell them to the face, but it got to a point, like, I was gonna tell them to the face, but then my mum was like, oh, I can't actually come see you this weekend, and I was just like, I'm just gonna have, like, I was so like psyched up.
I think you'd already told yourself you were gonna tell them, so when I
was like, I have to. And then I texted my mum whilst I was at work, and she's got a really bad habit of just taking hours to respond to text. I was like, oh no. So I was sat there like on edge for a good hour waiting for her to text back, and then I message you guys in the group chat like, just told my mum, everyone, like, they disowned me, like, if my mum and dad disowned me, like, please can you come over and like cuddle me. But my mum was just like, it's always been in the back of my mind. Like, I'm not surprised at all. I was like, okay.
I feel like that's quite nice, because like, she obviously knew you.
There's no drama at all, and she was just like, your dad's not phased. So, and then after that I like messaged my sister. My sister was just like, I was like, oh, mum's not surprised, so I doubt you are either. And she just put, I'd be lying if I said I was surprised. I was just like, everyone knows me too well, so. But it felt amazing. Like, it was obviously really scary. Like, I think it was more scary because I had that good hour of like, oh, will my family hate me? Will they disown me? Or is it all going to be fine? Whereas if I told them to the face,
that it was going to be okay, or like, did you worry that?
I knew deep down, but then I think the thing that worried me is like, I don't want my mum to be scared for me. Like, I don't want my mum to like, because obviously we still have like homophobia and
100%.
shit like that, and I just don't want
that's not a thing anymore, but it completely is.
No,
and it's easy to forget, especially living in Brighton, because obviously it's so accepted here, and there's so much going on every weekend for the community, and it's just like, it's ingrained in Brighton, which is wonderful. And like, it's funny, I was actually having a conversation with Lucy the other day about children growing up in Brighton and how lovely it is that they all accept it, because it's something that's very normal around here.
Yeah.
But then Lucy made a really interesting point. She was like, but I worry that children who grow up here will not know that in other places that it's not that easy for everybody. Which is a really interesting point, because in other places obviously it is really, really like shunned. And
even in London, like,
I know it's crazy.
Like, I've had like stuff called at me like in London for holding like a girl's hand. Like, it's crazy.
It's just insane.
And that was in like Camden.
Exactly.
Like, you'd think everything would be fine in London, considering they also have like a huge community there. But it's not fine everywhere.
No,
like, it really isn't.
No.
But apart from the fear, like, it feels really good to be out.
It was
like
a release.
Yeah, it was just like, like, I can like live my life now. This is great, and like I can actually embrace who I actually am.
Because and we had a big barbecue and cupcakes on the beach.
Waving flags everywhere. Oh, it was great. I loved it.
It was really good. It was a great night. So one of the other points we wanted to talk about, actually you've already like sort of gone on to this, was embracing your queerness and really like just accepting it. Yeah,
it's been a big thing, because I think another reason why like it took me a long time is because I knew I could have feelings for men. That's just something that I always pursued, because it was just sort of easier, I guess, like, and no one would ever question it. And like, again, I do hate that I say this, but like, I don't look gay. And I always like, I know it's so stupid, because like, what does a gay person look like? But I knew that well, I didn't know, but I always felt like that I wasn't gay enough. And like didn't look gay enough, and I was worried what people in the community would say or like would feel towards me. But like, I was literally so wrong. Like, when I came out, like, every gay person I've ever met messaged me and were just like, welcome, like, you're part of this family now, like, so happy for you, like, so glad you've like, you know, you're being true to yourself and blah 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 and all this stuff. So like, I was literally so like stupid, like thinking that I wouldn't be accepted. But like, the arms were wide open for me, so that was really nice.
So nice. I love that.
Yeah, but now I just think, I'm like, fuck it, like, if I don't look, I don't look gay, like, this is how I look, like, this is who I am, and I'm still a massive queer, so it really doesn't matter. It just matters to me, and like who I'm with. So yeah,
you can't change who you are just because you've always felt like this and always looked like this, so that is how it looks for you. Does that make sense? Like, you're not just going to be like, right, well, I've come out as gay now, so I need to do like change how I look because of it. No, because you were always like that anyway. So and I think it's fair enough. Like, if someone might come out and then feel more comfortable dressing differently, or like cutting their hair off, or growing their hair long, like whatever people do, if they've been holding back what they look like, and they've wanted to be different, then completely. But I feel like you've always been very confident in how you look and like the clothes you wear and whatever. So I never felt the need to change that, and I've just stopped being scared of like not being gay enough, because like, I'm definitely gay enough. One we wanted to talk about was how it's affected your mental health as well. It's like, poor mental health is something I struggle with for like a long time, and last year was like pretty bad in general. Like, I needed a lot of help and like went through a lot, and it's only when did I start antidepressants? Like February? Yeah, I feel like it must have been around then, wasn't it? So I guess I'm quite lucky because they worked really well for me, but I had already had therapy and then started antidepressants, and then it's only in the last like few months where I felt really happy and like felt really confident, and I think that's part of why I came out as well, because I felt strong enough. You're in a better place. Felt strong enough, felt more myself than I like ever have in my life. So I think, I don't know, I think I needed that good, happy headspace to come out.
and it's just made me even happier. Like it's just made me like feel like more authentically myself, I guess. And I probably wouldn't have, like, I might not have even done that if I didn't like start antidepressants or like get the help that I needed. So yeah, it's only had like a positive impact on me, and like, oh, I'm literally so happy now.
How great is that? I love that. Yeah, so 2 more points we wanted to talk about were medication. Yeah, you sort of touched on that, but
so again, like I'm super lucky because I started meds and they just worked for me. Yeah, because I think like,
because they don't work for everybody.
No, they don't, and you might need a combination of therapy and meds, or you might need to try a few different ones. But I just tried, they gave me citalopram. They gave me a really low dose to start with, and that seemed to work, so I just bumped it up a little bit. But like, I think because depression and anxiety was something that I had for so long, and it was constant, and it wasn't like wasn't really like triggered by anything really. It was just like a thing that I dealt with. So I think my brain just needs the help, you know.
100%.
Like, it's like if you were like diabetic and you had to take tablets, your body needs that. It's same with any other illness. Like if you need to take medicine to help your body, then you just do it. And it's the same for my brain. Like my brain just needs the extra. Like,
that's something my mum always says, and like always said to me when I was going through stuff as well, because I've been on like, I think nearly 7 different types of medication over the years, but I'm not on anything at the moment. But like, she always said, like, I honestly just think you just have a brain that doesn't always know how to stay level, and that's okay. And it's because again, a lot of the time when I get really down, it's not even triggered by anything, which is almost more annoying, because I'm like sad for no reason, and like that's just like frustrating. But yeah, I honestly just feel like my brain just forgets to produce normal chemicals or something. And then it remembers, and it's like, yeah, we're cool again now. But like, yeah, I honestly think it's a medical thing, and it's not for everybody. Like some people do get triggered by certain things, and I'd be lying if I said it wasn't always that, because sometimes things do trigger that as well. But yeah, completely, like, you would never tell somebody, like you say, who was diabetic, like, oh yeah, but you know, you can't take your insulin because that's cheating or whatever.
You don't need it.
Yeah, like. If you're some bodies are all completely different, and some of them are gonna it's not something that's wrong with you. It's just some bodies get made different. And perhaps our bodies just forget to make serotonin every once in a while and stuff like that. Just like people with diabetes either overproduce or underproduce insulin, and it's the exact same.
It's just one of those things that your brain needs. Well, it's the most important like organ in your body. Like, you have to look after your brain as well. Sometimes it needs a little extra boost.
Yeah, and it affects everything. Like if you have low mood, that affects your motivation. It can affect you at work. It can affect you in your life. It can affect you in your love life, whatever. Definitely. And so if that's not like fixed, and you're not getting the right help for that, everything else falls down basically, because you can't do anything unless that is working properly. It's like a machine. You can't drive a car if the engine's packed in. Like, you need to get the engine fixed, and then you can drive the car again, and it's exactly the same with anything like that. But yeah,
I guess when I was pursuing men, obviously no one would question anything. And I guess it was just easier, and it's easier to meet straight men, like but I guess I
feel like since you've come out, you've like made this whole like new group of friends, which is really incredible, and like just being honest about it has led you to new friendships, which is really fantastic.
It is really cool, and like a lot of old friends like have reached out to me, and like I said, like I was so scared, partly because of coming out, partly because I didn't want the LGBT like community to be like, who's this? Like, who is this? Like, who are you? Like, you're not gay enough, and you're not this. Like, that really scared me. But honestly, like, everyone was so cool about it, and like so welcoming. And yeah, like I said, like a lot of old friends have got back in touch, and been doing a lot more. Like, I'm going out to gay bars and stuff. Like that's something I didn't really do before, and you just meet people and they're all so like
exploring
nice.
new things and trying new things. Like how wonderful. Like it's opened up a whole new part of your life, and I think that's really fantastic.
And dating women is very nice too. So, which I've been doing
and you can finally do that like without worrying, and it's just so lovely. It's just been wonderful.
Yeah, just
very proud of you.
Oh.
I love you.
I love you too.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Oh, well, thanks for coming and chatting with me.
Anytime.
It's been lovely, and I feel like we've covered some good bases. But of course, if any of you guys have any thoughts or questions, please do put them down in the comments below. Me and Sophie would love to answer them. And I've got a few more episodes planned with some of my bestest friends, so I'm really excited to bring those to you. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.